Hi folks, we're here in Hell-Diest today, and this is the first day of the mini tour of Never Obey Again from the north of Italy.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll let them introduce themselves. So each time you speak, please take on the microphone, and so your first name and the function in the band, and maybe meanwhile you have the microphone, tell also the names and the functions of the other members.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so I'm Carol, singer, front woman of the band, and he's Ale. You can just introduce yourself.
I'm Ale, so it's funny. Both guitar players are named also kind of the same. I am Ale, and the other guitar player is Alex.
Yeah.
So we get confused pretty much every time. But yeah, and then there is Cristiano, aka Trappo, which is the bass player, and now the new member of the band. It's Eduardo, who joined for this tour, which is a session drummer that is playing for us in this specific tour. Yep, that's it. We are very happy to be part of this interview. Thanks a lot for reaching out.
Can you give for the people discovering you now via this interview a short biography of the band, the year you started, what's the style as you would describe it?
Yeah. So basically we are a pretty new band. We define as a modern metal band. Okay. And yeah, we're pretty new because we released our first album just in September 2023. So yeah.
Less than a year.
Less than a year. So now we are trying to make the most out of it. We are doing everything to promote our album. This mini tour, for example, is made for it, just to promote a little bit our music. You want to add something, Ale?
Yeah, I mean, we are pretty new, as she said. I don't really know how to describe ourselves because we don't try to follow so much any type of influence. We do have many influences, but mainly we're trying to produce the music that comes naturally from our music tastes. So yeah, this is a small milestone that we are having to be part of this little tour now, and we definitely are very active on social media also, which we don't like that much, but we understand that it's part of the game these days. So yeah, very happy to be on the road.
You're also signed to the marvelous, to the great Scarlet Records.
Yeah.
Can you tell something about this? And maybe while someone is speaking, the other person can maybe show you the album and also tell about your future plans, because you already told me before the interview you have already new plans also. So what you can tell on interview is, so it's not going to be produced today, but you have time.
Yeah, of course.
Do you want me to tell and you show the?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So yeah, luckily we have been part of Scarlet Record, which we have been introduced from another member of Frozen Crown, the band, one of the biggest band that Scarlet Record has had now, which is Federico Mondelli, and he's a good friend of us, and so introduced us. Sorry,
Yeah.
you should just show that. and yep. So basically, we are very happy to be part of the family. There are some, let's say, there are similarities and things that put us in the same box of genre with all the other bands that Scarlet has, which is mainly power and epic metal, female-fronted power and epic metal. We do think we are kind of part of it, but probably we're a little more modern, and that's probably something that could be a good point to differentiate us a little more. I don't know. We're just still trying to find our sound, and definitely this was a first attempt of having a personality that we're still trying to discover and find out. The second album is probably going to be much heavier and much more modern oriented. There are going to be some more electronics landscape and more layers of electronic stuff, and it's going to be definitely different and heavier from this one. So we're
vocal-wise.
Yeah, vocal-wise, there are going to be like screams and additional parts that are going to be they're going to stand out definitely more compared to this first album, which we are very proud of, but it's going to be extremely different and much more personal. Probably we're going to be deeper into a niche, let's say, and let's find out which one is going to be.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool you just mentioned Federico, because I interviewed them also together with the girl singer in their tour bus. I even filmed them when they were on tour, like in 2019, just before the COVID.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was great to see him then on stage also. I have like a question about your near future plans, because I saw it, I discovered you were playing on a huge stage in Milano with 2 other bands from Scarlet. Can you tell me maybe something about this gig, because the 2 other bands are so great too?
Of course. We will have a very good night on the 3rd of May at Legend Club in Milan with other 2 bands from Scarlet Records. We will be there for the release party of the new album of Nocturna. Ciao Grace, ciao Serena, hey everyone. And then with Electra Storm, so we will be 3 bands and we will have this night. So it's a good just a good chance to play there in at Legend Club with other 2 bands under the same label. So we're pretty excited about it. Yep.
Yeah, it really caught my attention because, I said sometimes I go abroad for some real cool gigs, but unfortunately I have other plans that same day. So, and I already promised, and it's even here. It's like open air here. So this weekend, the same weekend, Hell open air. So maybe if you play very good tonight, you will be invited for next edition here. I hope.
Finger crossed.
I think so. Yeah.
Finger crossed.
Yeah. Maybe you already mentioned a bit, but so the band name, who invented the band name? Is there a signification of the band name or a special message why you chose this band name?
Shall I go? Should you go?
Yeah, there is a strong message under Never Be Again, but I'll let you, Ale, to explain if you really want to.
She drops the hot ball when
know
things
what
get
I want to
complicated.
say.
Yeah, so basically, we are professional musicians. This is our full-time job, but luckily or unfortunately, I'll leave you the judge to you. We always had to play in different kind of scenarios, so probably not doing what we love 100%, but doing what provides to pays the bill. So basically, we play in cover bands, and we have been traveling the whole world, me and her, as an acoustic duo, playing for corporate events, big hotels, Michelin star restaurants and stuff like this, which is very fancy, talking about these things, but it's always felt like being chained up to a certain type of rules that we don't identify ourselves too much in. So when we said, if we're gonna have one last bullet to shot, that has to be something that doesn't rely on any type of rule, and that's the reason, the meaning behind the name of the band. So Never Obey Again, and it means we're never gonna be, let's say, we're overwhelmed, or we'll never accept any type of rules that is gonna be suggested to us. We're just gonna go straight to the point and do whatever we like and whatever we want.
Just be ourselves.
That's it.
That's it.
You already gave me like some description of your style, but could you also mention like direct influences, so both musically, like bands, or maybe inspirations for the texts, for the lyrics? Do you have like maybe books or films or whatever that could inspire you, or maybe if there are other influences that also inspire the music, that it gives you inspiration to, please mention them.
Yeah. So I think that this question is more for Ale, because he's the main songwriter and lyricist of our music. Our influences, by the way, for all the band are pretty similar, because we all come from metalcore. We love Bring Me the Horizon, Parkway Drive, Spirit Box, Architects, that kind of music. It's just everything to us. But yeah, about the songwriting, I give you the ball like.
So I had the big luck of working with Alex, which is the other guitar player. We both are geeks and nerds. We're very into music production rather than just playing guitar. Probably guitar is not our instrument. We just love music and play on that. So we just divided our roles so that Alex can focus more on the music part and I can focus more on the vocal melodies and the lyrics, because probably I think I'm the one in the band that listen to a wider genre of music, because I do love all the bands that she mentioned, but probably if I have to tell which are my favorite albums, they probably are gonna be into the folk song-songwriting, or I don't know, like back to the Beatles, or completely different stuff, and a certain time in this kind of genre, I feel, at least this is my 2 cents about that, that 90% of the lyric relies around the same topics, and it's very difficult to go deeper in certain topics and areas that are often mistreated. So probably the lyrics that I come up with belong to other genre of music, and it's something that at the end of the day I'm quite happy about.
So you kind of already mentioned it, but for both of you, if you're both on a desert island, you don't have internet, you have no phone, you have no radio, you have only a record player, and on the desert island you would only listen to 3 albums for the rest of your life. Which 3 albums each of you, so for each one 3 albums, would take with you on a desert island?
For me, 2 albums comes from the same band because I'm crazy for Bring Me the Horizon, so I'm gonna take it. That's The Spirit and Sempiternal because I think they are the most amazing album ever. And then the 3rd album, I don't know, because I'm really into folk music and stuff. I don't think that I will rely on a single album. Maybe a playlist with some folk songs, just that creates the atmosphere. They're going really deep. Yeah, I love folk music. Mumford and Sons, I think, from Mumford and Sons, one of my favorite band ever from that genre.
For me, first of all, 100% is gonna be John Mayer, and specifically Paradise Valley, which is the complete opposite to all this kind of music. Then I do love some let's say EDM artists like Moderat. Anything from Moderat, it's great to me. So you just pick a random album from them and it's good to me. And then the 3rd one probably is gonna be Sempiternal by Bring Me the Horizon, because it has some very deep, strong lyrics that whether you like or not the music, you can just pick the lyrics and read it as it was a book, and it's gonna be great every time.
So we're nearly coming to the end of the interview. All went very well. Your English is very fluid, and you're not that tired for speaking very fluidly with me. Thanks a lot for this. Do you have like anything to add? So near future plans besides the mentioned concert? Maybe there are other things I didn't discover, and that people can discover about. Information. Maybe also if you have like other projects or other bands, it's maybe cool to mention.
I don't know. Yeah.
So basically, one thing that I like to say, rather than mention, it's thank to you. I mean, it doesn't want to be a serenade, but everybody involved in this kind of music that spend this time and reach out to just promote and give some visibility and some space to a project like ours is very much appreciated. So thanks a lot for that. And whoever is watching this video, please, I mean, we're just basically trying to make it somehow like all the other bands. So it might take very little for you to discover a band that you can go very deep into, because then you'd realize you really like this band, and maybe you didn't take the chance to be a little less lazy and check out a band that you never imagined it could be like a good band for you. So if you have some time and if you want to just dedicate a minute to this project, check us out. Our songs are on Spotify, and we have videos on YouTube and stuff, so it takes 10 minutes of your life, and maybe it's way more important than you think for us. Hopefully.
Yeah, guys, the same. For me, it's just this is not our second job. This is our first job. We are putting everything in this project. We just want to see Never Obey Again grow and to play everywhere, to reach as more people like you guys. So please, if you have 10 minutes of your life, check us out. We will be very happy about it.
Okay, great. I wish you a very great concert for the first concert of this mini tour. Interview was done by Jan Vervaeke for Jan Vervaeke YouTube and Jan Vervaeke Photo and Film Facebook page. Thank you very much. Bye bye.